Hello, the game has started. It's me to go first. I have the J and the Q, and two O's, so I think dojo looks alright, or maybe dojos. Dojos for 30, or do I keep the S and go with dojo for 24? Yeah, I think I keep the S. Okay, I've drawn 3 E's, which don't really help the Q synergy. But, yeah. Okay. Opponent plays 4. I have tie here for 29. Not a great rack leave, but I think I will go with this one and hopefully draw an I. I don't draw an I, which is a shame because that means the Q will become a drag on the rack unless opponent provides a T for me to play cat onto. The absence of the Q and the V would actually make the rack quite flexible and bingo prone. Have averse on the rack, but yeah, the Q quaver through a U. This is the problem with hanging on to the Q in exchange for acquiring large scores. You often land up in a situation where your rack begins to deteriorate further and further to the point that you just have to change. But hopefully we can work through this. Opponent taking some time with this move. So dojo takes an S. Opponent has exchanged. And I wonder about what about rave for 21? What about Ava is 29, or keep the E and play Veers 29? That's not bad because QA has a bit of synergy, more than QE. Yeah, I think I'll go with Veers and just keep the score ticking along. Not great. Talak from a T and Wakf onto an F. Yeah, still have cat onto a T, but this is the problem with these racks. Okay, I've got claw here. That's a nice score for 54. Seems pretty straightforward. The Q remains a problem. Not quite Qigong. I'd need another G for that and an N. But I can now get rid of the Q. I have cheese and weaves. Creates a hotspot, but scores well. 36. Pretty ropey rack leave though. chi here for 16 takes out a bingo lane, a useful bingo lane actually. Although there are hooks and floaters, so it's not of great strategic merit. Okay, opponent does play in that very spot. I do now have cats for 39, and it seems like a straightforward kind of play. I draw a blank with my 2 O's. Not sure if there's a bingo here, but I do have the IES and IER endings. Goofier, for example, would be Goofier doesn't currently play. What have we got here? I have the fire component of a word and the file component, as well as life. What about good life? I don't think that's good, but no. Okay, I have the like component making the blank a K. Goof-like, I don't think so. But what about a 4-timer for foregone? 40 points to burn a blank. Foregone doesn't take anything, so it doesn't create options for opponent. It kills 2 useful floaters. Burns a blank for 40. Not sure about that. Not sure about that one. I feel like there might be a bingo, maybe the C. No. No hooks for weave. Let's foregone. I think I will go with this. 40 points. Okay, I've drawn an X. I have the Y, so a play of BY here for 31 seems acceptable. Opponent playing Guru there with the weave hook. Pixie is good. Oh, what about Pix, PYX? That looks alright for 48. I'll go with that one. A dreadful pickup. REB through an R to get rid of 2 I's, but no R floating out there in the open. Which other 2 I words do I have with this lot? Not quite tabooli. I need a T for that. Could have played it through the L. Ilya is good. Ilya. 6 points seems pretty dismal, but it does take out or frustrate these floaters, the C, L, and A. So there is some merit in playing that one. Opponent plays Meng. So my Ilya spot is no longer there, but I wasn't crazy about it anyway. Obeer. Obeer doesn't play to the left of the F, but it plays to the right. Gets rid of three of my vowels. What about chow? No, that's a bit weak. And a poor rack leave. I think the rack leave's going to be pretty ropey, whatever I do. But if I can limit the ropiness, if that's a word. Okay, I'm going with Obeer for 13. It did take out those floaters. Not a bad pickup. Indusia. Does that play? Indusia with the blank as an S. Mengen, no good. Now, is there a bingo beginning with an N? If the D was a P, I would have na.201, which is a nice word. Strange one. So, yeah, if the blank was a P, na.up, and the D was an L, that would be nice. But I don't have that. I need to start the bingo with pretty much an N. Puidian. Oh, wait a minute. What about Suidian? I think that is good. So, Suidian. Yeah, that looks good. Now, the Q's been played, the X has been played, so that hot spot is not as hot as it otherwise would be. I'm going with this. Yeah, it's fine. I draw the Z. I'd need another A for Lazar. That would have been nice. Nop is no good, otherwise I would have had Nazi or Nazi. What else? O takes an R, as does tie. So Reza. Okay, opponent has provided a D. I have lizard, but that doesn't quite work. I have ads, 26. A bingo underneath the Z would be face value and provide score back to me, but the rack leave pretty poor, down to 4.5 minutes. Um, just looking around the board for Z hotspots. I have Zari here for 28. It does make vertical bingos a little trickier for opponent rather than just playing off the N. And yeah, can't play underneath Zari for a bingo. So yeah, I think I'll go with Zari for 28. Oh, wait a second. I just spotted a nice little hidden gem here. Blaze for 48. Yeah. Or do I get rid of... Yeah, Blaze seems fine. There are 2 L's to come. Okay, I've drawn an additional R. Or no, I think I had 2 R's there before anyway. A little bit vowel heavy. I have plain here for 29. Double R, not a train smash, with only 1 to come. Jai takes an L, but no words beginning LR that I know of. Board tightening up a little bit now. Oh, opponent has played goad. Okay, so I will go with plain. Not a rack you want to be faced with, but luckily I have a large cushion in the score differential. I have... Okay, opponent does bingo. I have dry down here, but how much does it give back to opponent? That's the question. I feel that these floaters need to be taken out because these remaining tiles are still quite bingo-y. There's only 2 in the bag, so Ye Dread is good, but I need another D for that. Y-D-R-E-D, I think. I think I just need to maximize score here. Because of opponent... Well, I have a S here, so... No 3-letter S plays that I can see. What about... Mides, rides, dire. I think I'll just go with dry. I think it secures the win. Okay, opponent has... What does he have? bluntish from a B, but I can't see a 7 there. Anyway, looks like I might get another turn if opponent doesn't bingo. Admirers. I have, what do I have? ME here, if opponent doesn't utilize it, or I have EMS, EMS, and Sir. That scores quite well. I have tier, and I don't think rhymers. No, that's not good. I was just thinking of something like Reigns for 25. Pity I can't get rid of the M in that spot. I've got 30 seconds. I better get a move on. Meyer, M-I-E, no. I think mess is about as good. 21. Getting rid of the M. I know that the other play was 25, but the count back after the M would be a worse net effect for me. I assume opponent is going out with his next move. Maybe I should have thought this one through. I didn't think of where I would play my remaining 3 tiles. I just assumed opponent would go out. So maybe Reigns would have been better, and then MR. Yeah, MR I could have gone out with, I think. Yeah, Rem and Umu. Yeah, maybe that would have been better. Anyway, I can get rid of 2 of my tiles by playing rid. And opponent just looking if he has an outplay with hilts or liths. Does he have anything with the D? Filled. No. If rid is blocked, I guess I can play a rien. That's a French word. Rien ne va plus. I think it's no more bets or something. But I don't think rien is good. 4 gone. Okay, opponent plays there. Rich. I'll just check if it's good. I don't think it is. No, rien isn't. I'll just go with her, I guess, or rit, just to get rid of 1 extra. And opponent goes out. That's the end of the game. 471 to 402. Let's see what we missed. Okay, it was me to go first. Dojo seems fine for 24. 4 for 30. Opponent's play. Tie for 29 was best here. Chi for 16. Wow, that's a big score sacrifice for... But equity, not a huge difference. Anyway. Do for 16. Opponent exchanged. Erevs or Veers seems fine for 29. Then opponent had Eve for 14. That seems best. Did give back a monster 54-point play for Claw with as good a rack leave as I could have hoped for, without getting rid of the Q, that is. And Taverna for 69 was the lane I was looking to block, but opponent got in there. And then Cats for 39 was best from this position. Begetter for 80 through the E at 7D. Begetter, quite nice. One who begets, and a few other bingo positions, but just through that E, the same word. So this position, I thought there might be a compound word. Goofier didn't play, but oof seems best for 21. I went with Foregone, which it had strategic merit. I know it doesn't feature high on this list. So 40 equity. And there's 49 there for oof, but I just thought take out 2 useful floaters, get a good 40 plus score, or 40 point score, and just keep forging ahead. So opponent then had Guru for 22. That was at M2 there at the top, which seems best. Picks for 48 was best here for me, and then Meng for 28 seems fine for opponent. Obeer got rid of 3 of my vowels, but it scored more at G11. G11. Oh, Obeer there, but Obeer does take an S, and leaving the A there for a Z, a 60-point Z play. No, not a fan of that. So happy with my placement. And then Dite for 33. Opponent went with Meath for 33. So better rack leave for the same score. And then Suidian for 82 was best at 02. That was my play. Now opponent had Kid for 30, could have scored an extra 8 at D11 with Kidge, but it would have opened a trip lane. So look at that, Blaze. Oh yes, that was my play. I was wondering whether to play the R, and then I looked at the pool and saw 2 L's to come and only 1 R. And I thought, yeah, just get rid of the L. And that was... But interesting that Analyzer suggests Braze as being better, only because it undoubles an already duplicated set of tiles on the rack. So, yeah, maybe there is... Oh no, why did I play Blaze? I think I misinterpreted that. Anyway, I should have played Braze, but I played Blaze. Goetics, so 39, that was a top score, but opponent went with goad. And then plain for 29 was best here. Well, Rackleave was better after pearl. C12. But again, why open a 9 timer when you don't need to? So still happy with plain. Kuntai for 80. But interestingly, I don't think Kuntai would have played. Kunti wouldn't have played if I didn't, because that gave him the hook for the C. Interesting. Yeah. Anyway. Then we had dry for 21, dryer for 26. But I don't want to open the trip lane. I preferred to actually take out the floaters and a similar score. And then Tundish for 30 through the D. Okay, that was opponent's best. He went with new. And then Rhymers. I did actually mention it. And I just thought, why does that sound familiar? And then talked myself out of its validity. I don't know why. Anyway, Rhymers would have gone out, but mess, and then just the end game, this and writ and jail. And that was the end of the game. So a little bit of a miss there at the end with Rhymers, but all in all, a pretty good game. Hope you enjoyed watching that game, and I will see you next time.